Hey y'all, good morning. Happy Sunday. Yeah, you see my coffee drop. That's not sweat, that's coffee. I'm a kid. A grown kid. Anyways, I got on here to talk a little bit more, of course. And I've been meaning to make a video of this for a while now and to say something about it, but I've been kind of having a hard time trying to gather my words for it. I can gather them when I'm not making the video. It'd be right there in the head. But once I'm right here, it's like, oh, you really want me to say this? Okay, okay. But here you guys go. Okay. A few days ago, I was going through my stuff and I found some journals, some old journals, uh, some nosy journals. That's how I felt. I felt very nosy in my own business reading them. But it was like a two-part situation in them journals where in like 2019, I'm just making up stuff right now on the times because I'm not exactly sure. So don't take it for what that is right there, okay? But yeah, I think in like 2019, maybe even 2020, the beginning of it, I don't know. But it was a few years ago where I was dealing with some guy, and he was an individual for sure. Uh, but I realized in that moment of talking with him and had situations going on with him that I really liked him past his flaws and all, though they irritated me and though I thought they were unhealthy and all these other things of life, I still liked him. And I told him this, but he was not reciprocating none of that. And so at that point, it was like, y'all, I wrote it in my, hold on, let me find it. Let me find it. I found it quickly, y'all. Don't judge me. When you hear me reading this, don't judge me because I already did for myself. All right, here we go, y'all. Dear person, I don't think I would have addressed this. I don't think I would have addressed this honestly no time soon until last night. I know I can love you. I know that I know that you need more deep down healing. Not to say I'm holding that against you, but as long as you're vulnerable, I am open for attacks. I'll feel more safe and comfortable with both feet in, with no holding back. I just can't securely do that without you being healed by Jesus. I'd rather be great friends than two puppets. I love I love Jesus, and to know I am making him happy and glorified by choosing to risk love for what I already got, aka Jesus, aka love, then I'd be a fool. And when I read that, I said, "Oh, sis, ooh." No, I stopped. But no, I really did though, because I was looking at that. I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know I had that in me. When was I doing that? When was I doing that? Huh? That could have helped me whenever my baby died. Okay." No, I stopped because that's crazy. That's the two-part segment right there. Like after having this person in my life and dealing with them, you move on to the next, right? You move on to the next. When the next came, I still had this in mind. I still had this attitude. I still had this type of pressure. But after dealing with this person and their flaws, whew, once I met my baby dad, I noticed flaws. And in fact, it wasn't a straight off sight noticing type thing. It was more of a spiritual thing where we first met, the only thing that I heard was lie, liar, 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 pants on fire, lie. Like I couldn't even control it. I wanted to think about one, two, three, and all they wanted to think about was lie, lie, lie. And I'm like, bro, you don't even know this nigga. You don't even know what he been through. Like, why is you just screaming out liar? Like that is so wrong and so rude. So I ignored all of that. I didn't necessarily ignore it as in as if I'd never heard it or I wasn't hearing it, but I ignored it to an extent of giving that person, I guess, the benefit of doubt. First of all, because they never showed me or told me anything that they were lying, and so I didn't really pursue that emotion or thought or even that subconscious thinking, whatever people say. Uh, and for real, honestly, after the whole situation with my baby dad, I really did kick myself in the butt for not listening to that voice. But at the same time, I feel like I'm glad I didn't listen to that voice and did go through what went through because I feel like I wasn't easily moved. Like it still affected me. Like I have again journals that I found the other day, and it has certain uh days in there with me speaking in a relationship with my baby dad. Whew. And I don't know, you guys. It's crazy because I really did down myself. I really did kick myself in the butt for like dealing with that and sticking around for that. But at the same time, if I was to step back, I really don't regret none of it because I wasn't not being me. You know what I mean? Like I'm not perfect. Okay, let me say that. Baby got an attitude. Baby be popping, not just at the mouth, but in the mind. Cause you can't get me. I already got you by the time you come to me. Okay, my attitude is real. Um, but I still was kind. I was still sharing. I was still caring, and all these other wonderful things that I love about myself. And again, that doesn't mean it didn't come with attitude. That doesn't mean it didn't come with me being upset or angry or in my feelings or all of it. You feel me? Me feeling right and the other person feeling wrong, or me feeling wrong and the other person's wrong, and it's just a whole wrong situation. Whatever shenanigans that it was all about. uh, Again, I'm grateful because all my life, I was about to start singing, you guys. All my life, I've been wanting to be me. And I've been being me all my life. It's just, I've never been me in God. Like, me being me in a relationship with my boyfriend was me being me for me. Though I had a relationship with God and though I was praying to God and seeking God and all these other things, I was not doing it in the way I'm doing it now. And even the way I'm doing it now, I'm pretty sure I won't be doing it in the next 10 years. But to see the growth, to see the steady growth, how about that, baby? Because I'm telling you, being consistent is so weird with God because He takes the little smallest crumb of consistency and calls it a bread, a piece of bread. And it's just a freaking crumb. And it's like, this guy is amazing. And this is how I know he's in control because you've been doing it all along. That's why you know that piece of bread is big. Okay. You guys, I just got hyped for no reason. But he is a really awesome guy, you guys. I'm really trying to get the words out and I'm kind of like scatterbraining and staying on topic, but just picking and choosing the topic until it comes in. So this might just be it. Uh, but no, I really, again, I wouldn't say I hate myself because I don't necessarily hate myself. I just hate the sin. You feel me? And when you hate the sin and the sin looks like you look like you hate yourself, but really you don't. And I didn't know that. I didn't know that at that time. And it was crazy because I hated being so nice. I hated sharing. I hated caring, but I also loved it because it's me. Like it makes me feel good, makes me feel happy. But like the way it was making me feel in that moment, it was a no bueno for me, baby. Like I hated myself. And nowadays, nowadays in 2023 of today and while now, but I don't. First of all, I never really regret. sharing or caring or loving at any point in time. Even if somebody showed me their bad cards, it's too late now, nigga. You got it. You got a free hug, nigga. I hope you smell it when you go to sleep. I don't care, nigga. I don't care. And that's my attitude. It's been always my attitude. But the self control, I learned it with my baby dad, and that's why I say I'm kind of glad that I didn't just straight up bail due to my thoughts and emotions of what something was, even if it was a correct thought, even if it was a holy thought, even if it was a right thought. I never really took that thought to God as I do now, even though I did at the time. I never did it like I do now. Like before, I'll just bring it to God and be like, yeah, God, you see this? Da-da-da-da-da-da. And then, go walk away and go about my life without really. I always think about God, but not thinking too hard about it like I do now. Like it's something different and it's something weird. And I know it ain't me. Because I feel like I'm not doing nothing new. It's got to be new. But I feel like I'm not doing nothing new, okay? So that's how I know it's God. It is God who opens up my eyes. It is God who opens up my ears. It is God who opens up my mouth. It is God who opens up my heart. So though I could be doing these things for years and years and years out of a time and won't get nothing and won't see nothing, even if I am doing it the right way, even if I am going to God on a daily consistency getting things, even what I'm doing right now, though I say it's better than what I did before, it's not because of what I'm doing. It's not because of what I did. Or it's not because of what I could be doing. Though that is some of it, because God needs me to move and work for Him, I need to remember that I was healed because of Him, for Him. I need to remember that my heart was open because of Him, for Him. It wasn't because so I can go walk and go make a business. It wasn't so I can go walk and go pray. It wasn't so I can go walk and go heal. Yes, that is a part of it, but that's not all of it. Just same thing with the accepting Jesus as your Savior, being baptized. That is part of it, but that is not all of it. Because I am learning how to receive in full with God. So I don't want to ever make it seem like certain stages in the relationship with God is nothing, because it's not. It's everything. Like I said, the things that I'm doing now feels pretty practically the same things that I did all my life. Though the patterns and the habits have changed and all this other things as I adapt, as I become adopted and adapt. Okay? No, I stop. But all of that, my habits have changed. Things have changed for me personally. The way I think, the way I talk, the way I move. Yes, I will not lie. It has. And that is only due to God. It's due to my practices and rituals and habits, but it's not because of it. I'm grateful. I'm telling you right now, I'm very grateful. But if God never gave me the habits, if God never gave me the new mind, I can be studying for these things for a new mind and do it for myself. Do it for myself. I can do it for myself. I can. You can. We see the witches and warlocks doing it for themselves. Anybody can do it for themselves. Gay people, straight people, black, white. It don't matter. Anybody can do this for themselves. Anybody. But when you sit there and take the time to do it for Jesus, and not even necessarily for the kingdom, but when you realize it's not for Him because it's not about you. So if you try to do something for somebody, you're making it about yourself. So now you got to go do something for somebody. No, no, that's the free, baby. Yeah, okay, let me stop. Um, I'm just really grateful for God's reign. And I think over the years, like I said, even though I feel like nothing, I wouldn't say nothing hasn't really changed, because a lot has changed due to God and His reign and His power. And that's what I want to say, because in this world, I could look around and the world is still crashing. It started in 2019 with COVID, and here years later after COVID, the system is crashing. You're like, doesn't nothing look like it's changed, right? Okay, we can say that. We can say that It doesn't look like nothing changed because we're still working at the same job, still paying the same bills. Like the life, the cycle of things in this world between living the American dream or wherever you're at, it doesn't really look any different. Though you are different on the inside, and though you project that outwardly with the way you walk, talk, and handle business and stuff like that. I forgot where I was getting at, you guys, but we only receive the power to change from God, is what I'm trying to say. And if we don't receive that from God, then we're going to be stuck in a prison of where things don't change. And again, that looks like living the everyday life, like people say, like a robot or like a zombie, like a mind controlled puppet or something. Like you just living daily life in and out the same. I can even say that right now. I'm a mother, and my daily practices is reading, singing, praying, dancing, cleaning, cooking, watching my kids, whooping my kids. Come on now. And I'm not beating them. I'm just popping them on the hand. Listen, little boy, I told you to clean up that spilled milk. You keep on playing with me. Okay. Um, like things seem like they're not changing. Things look like they're not changing. Things feel like they're not changing. And these are all based off of human perspective. But when in God's hands, I am able to see the change, even though again the environment is very much the same. It's very much stable looking and no change in it. Whatever. It's it's crazy. I didn't want to say crazy. I didn't want to say wonderful. I didn't want to say amazing. I do, but I don't want to say it because it's a certain word I want to use. But you get to see God in places, in situations, things, and events that have this worldly stability look to it, this worldly look to it, okay? And where there is no change, it just has this look to it. I'm sorry, I can't. It's hard for me to explain. I'm so sorry, you guys. But in that stillness, and you be still within the stillness, and you just see the people driving their cars, beep beep, midday traffic, going to go get their kids, getting off of work, riding city to city, whatever. Though that's a lot of chaos, not chaos, but though it's a lot of chaos, a lot of commotion going on, that is a stable, not a stable environment that does not change. Like that's the natural norm for people to go to work, get their kids, get off, go. You know what I mean? Like the flow of the way the world wants us to go, right? And so as we do these things, looking for God, asking for God, seeking God, it almost becomes hard and confusing because we're so used to walking a certain way, so used to having certain patterns and stuff like that, that it's almost hard to break. I want to say it's hard to break from because we can do these things on our own. You know what I mean? People take the time to break themselves from certain things. So it's not hard to break yourself from something. But in this sense, on Jesus and God and the enemy, it's hard because it's so easy to just be a human. It's so easy to be a human. It's very hard to be a human, in fact. But it's easy when we are in an environment that does not change and keeps us on our toes and going. You know, it's easy to be a human. It's easy not to break something of a flow that we are used to. Whew. But that's where the the change happens. That's where the grace and the mercy of God happens. That's where there was nothing that we did but only God, because we are doing things of human nature. okay? Whether they're good or bad. And we're trying to break ourselves free from stuff with or without God. And it's like, it's possible. I'm not gonna say it's not impossible because we've seen people do it. We've seen it happen. But what I'm trying to say is for you to be protected, for me to be protected, for you to be healed, for me to be healed, for me to be loved, for you to be loved, for you know what I mean? Like the benefits that come with God, come on now. No health insurance can cover that. Okay. They ain't got nothing on God. But that's what I'm really trying to say basically. Is we can go our own way and our own routes and break free and do all this other crazy stuff. But it won't be a true setting free. It won't be a true sight. It won't be a true hearing. It won't be true words. It won't be a true heart if we don't get that from God. If we don't learn that from God. If we don't grow in that from God. Like, I could have been lost a long time ago if it wasn't for Jesus. I'm telling you guys, like, that's why I love myself so much because I don't know at times. I really don't know. I mean, I know it's God, but seriously though, past that, I don't know how I make it. I don't know how I can still love. I don't know how I can still share. And only reason why I say it like that is because huh, there are people out there who are really hurt and don't think like that. But they say, I see why I don't love. I see why I don't share. I see why I don't. It makes sense. I'm not about to put myself in a predicament to make me be hurt and look stupid. Shawty boo, lovely baby, honey, nigga, whatever you is, I understand. Trust me, I understand. Like I said, you can break free. You can do what you want in your own way. Do it. Do it. But it ain't gonna be healthy. It ain't gonna be healthy. If you sitting there now questioning yourself, you broke yourself free. Now you free and loose as a goose. But now your habits is unhealthy. Like it's doing more damage than you thought only because you can handle the damage. But just imagine how much damage you can handle with God. And then without you even having to do the work. I mean, you're gonna be doing some work. But but without having to do the work. Because Jesus do the work for you. I swear to God, y'all, it's my favorite thing to brag about. I'm not even gonna cap. Uh, People look at me as lazy. People look at me as excuses. People look at me with procrastinations. Whatever the excuse is, because we live in a world that has a certain bubble. Okay, I don't fit in the bubble of circumstances. So it's cool. I can be viewed as lazy, procrastination, whatever y'all want to say. That's perfectly fine because I know what God got me doing. I know what God want me to be doing. And if I don't know all the time, I'm just gonna be sitting there staring at him. So you gonna tell me yet? Oh, you did tell me. Okay. Well, let's tell me again. One more time. Um, you guys got it, okay? I've been scrambling all around with this conversation. It's 23 minutes in. I apologize. I just hope it helps somebody, anybody. Uh, don't be scared to comment in the comments either. I mean, if you're gonna be on, but you might as well save your breath. I'm probably not gonna respond. I might just because I love it. I love that energy. Bring it. I'm big dog. I like talking with my chest. I'm not the type of Christian folk to be, oh, them haters on the comments got to go. Oh, I got a church person to check them because they're not gonna be stepping in my property and dirtying up my land of property and I mean I understand. I understand. Ain't nothing like a hater. I understand. Ain't nothing like them. But no, I welcome in my haters. Only because I know they got something better for themselves going on. They just don't know no better yet. Just like I didn't know no better. Okay? Even now to this day. I probably still don't know no better. Because God can open up my eyes more. God can open up my ears more. God can open up my heart more. Da, 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 da. He is everything. So it's like there is no stopping. There is no quitting. I'm just grateful to be living a life with God and learning things and going through tough times because I'm here for Him and He is here. Okay, you guys, I'm going to post this and I swear to goodness, if anybody's ready to bake, like I said, I welcome my haters. I'm ready to bake, but I'm not that good. I can bake myself, but I'm ready. I hope you guys are having an awesome Sunday. I hope this message reached you guys in an awesome way. Um, yeah, that's all. I apologize for being weird and awkward, but hey, what do you expect? Um, Also, I just want to add this in before I get off. Y'all, folks, like I said, you can break free on your own. You can learn practices and rituals and habits. So be it. No matter which is, whether you're Christian or you a witch, y'all both can do it. I've seen both do it on their own without God. Okay, I've done it. Okay, we've all done it. Okay, that's why we're here today to learn better and do better with Jesus. Because I don't want nobody at the end thinking that they're good at applesauce like gravy. And then God come to them like, hey, yo, so where was your faith at with these haters? Like, I understand, daughter. I don't want nobody hating on you. I want them, in fact, to be loving you. Like I told you, not everybody gonna love you because nigga ain't nobody love me like that. So what you think? You better than me? Don't you think you need to be loved by everybody? No. No. It says every knee bows down to God. Every voice praises God, not us. So baby, get used to the haters. If you ain't gonna get used to them, I don't know how you gonna grow past them. And that's the thing, and that's the reason why I be saying like there's no need to like try to run off from somebody. Oh, they're evil. I mean, do upon with your faith. Faith tells you what God tells you to do. I'm not gonna disagree with that. That's why I'm speaking the way I speak because I'm doing what God tells me to do. I move the way God tells me to move. Okay. And again, with these haters, it's like you run away because we can listen to scripture and run. But if we just stick around and not for them and not for us, but for God, and though it may start off as a trigger for them or for us, it ends up turning about to God and what He do and what He got going on and how He gonna do it and what it's gonna look like from Him. It's all about Him. Oh, baby, it's all about Him. Don't let me get big headed about what I did because God told me to do it. Hell no. Hell no. That man did it. Why you think I was able to do it? Because he said I did it. That man prophesied it to me. That's why I did it. What you mean? He said fish, boom, fish, fish breathe, boom, fish breathe, water, water, boom. Like Kiera, hi, walk. Okay. I don't know. I'm I could say I'm very well in control of my life, but that would be a lie. Okay? Because I'm not in control of what them bills look like every month. Though I can unplug some things and go to a PIP bill program, I still can't control the type of amount that comes through, especially when the gas prices change and stuff like that. I could think I'm in control because I'm doing things that may look like I'm controlling my environment, but at the end, it's not. Same thing with God. I can think things and feel things to go about them to be able to control them in a certain way that I believe that is godly based off of my thoughts and feelings, but it's not controlled. Not by me. Sure ain't. So why not go to God? Why not see what He wants to control? Why not hear what He wants to control? Be in that. If okay, the other day, I'm sorry, I was supposed to end the video. I keep on talking. So the other day though, I was thinking We all walk paths, right? Everybody got a path in life, their own individual path. And what I heard a couple of words saying you're next in line. And when I heard that, for me, in my mind, okay, okay, in my mind, when I was listening to that, I'm thinking, all right, bet. I'm in my path. I'm next in line. But what does that really look like if I'm the only one walking in my path? What line is there? Okay? What line? How am I next in line if there's no line? Okay? That's me. But as I'm thinking that, right, and as I take note that who the hell's in my path, that I'm in the line, uh, I started thinking, well, maybe it's a line of paths that makes sense. Like a rainbow. You know how they got multiple colors? It's like that. Everybody got their own little path on the rainbow. And for me, what that sound like in the spiritual aspect that transfers over to the physical is noticing God, first of all. Focus on Him, notice Him, commune with Him, and as you do so, he may not be in my path right now. He's gonna be with me always, but I could see him in somebody else's path. I could see him standing there in with somebody else in their path, with them in the path. Okay, and supposedly my path is next. I don't know if it's that person or that person or that person or that person. I just know I'm in the path, the line of the paths. Okay, so as I get to witness God going from path to path, and as I'm focusing on God, I'm able to see how He's going to be walking and talking and grooving and moving so that by the time He gets to my path, He's not just getting there. I'm like, oh, hi, Jesus. How are you doing? No, it's all right, digging up them holes. Hey, digging up them holes. Like I'm on a mission. I'm on a job. I see you moving from path to path. So what? It's position, you being positioned in the correct position, uh divine alignments, whatever, just being on God's time, basically, being on God's time. That's what I'm talking about. I'm on my own path, okay? I can see I'm on my own path. I can see everybody else's other path. Not that I'm too focused to know, like, oh, that's what your path look like. No, I just know you got a path, okay? I just know. And I can see God. I don't know what He's doing in your path. I don't know what your path look like, but there's something going on over there. It's something. I can't conclude to nothing. I can ask God, but I mean, that's that man's business. Okay, he know what he's doing. He know what he's doing. Okay, if I get into that, Kiara's mind and heart gonna get all up in it, too much into it, where it ain't my business. And now I'm trying to fight shit that I ain't gotta fight. But again, just to get back to the example, if I'm seeing everybody lining up on their path and God is walking with them and doing stuff, and if I know the order goes Albert, Denise, Kiara, then I know that I need to stay on my path and my position. I need to be able to double dutch. I need to be able to jump in there when I'm supposed to. I need to be able to jump in there when I'm told to. I need to be able to be in the line to, I don't know, you guys. I don't know how to explain it. It'd be so hard to explain certain stuff. I think that's why I don't be making videos, because I don't want to say I be thinking outlandish things, because I always love to take them back to God and check them, because one thing I don't want is to be going off my own knowledge, because I know I've learned that's not good. uh, yeah, but I hope this video works for you guys. If not, it's okay. I apologize if it was a waste of your 35 minutes of life. But happy Sunday. You guys might as well go check out some online church services if you're not in church yet. Get to praising God and let Him know that He is your Lord and Savior. Hey, Even if you're unsure of who you are and what you are and where you are, just call that man. It be like, hey yo, I seen your shoes, guys. You ain't even never seen them. Just try them. Just try them and see what kind of shoes he gonna show you. Like, you see my shoes, little nigga? You see my shoes? Nigga, you ain't seen my shoes yet. And look at what, lo and behold, Jesus trying to show you his new kicks. What you mean, boy? You done invited Jesus into a conversation you didn't even know. Because he loved showing up and showing out and I wouldn't say proven wrong, but just proven righteously. Okay, let's just say it like that. Okay, you guys, I can go on forever. You guys have an awesome one, an awesome one, awesome week. I love you guys.